to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Bragging Hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of positive business talk.
When I was traveling out for the Small Business Expo in Phoenix, Arizona, I got to meet Justin Larson with Green Forest Marketing. And Justin comes from a long line of entrepreneurs. His parents owned a business. His grandparents owned a business. And when he was finally old enough, he started working with them, helping them with computer work and even helping them get their products posted online, and created a website for their business. And he's most passionate about helping his clients use social media to grow their business. Justin Larson, welcome to Experience Pros.
Hey, glad to be on. How's it going, guys?
Justin, we're doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Let's start with social media. As we gear up to move into 2018, it seems like Instagram has positioned themselves in a stronger place. If I'm not mistaken, they're owned by Facebook. Facebook, of course, big dog on the block. Is there anything new coming up in social media?
You know what? There is a new social network coming on that's getting a lot of exposure and talk about it. It's called Minds, MINDS.com. And I recently signed up on it, and just getting some exposure on there and covering the basis. But what it is effectively, like, from what I understand, and I know very little about it so far, but it's basically creating your own social network. It's kind of like, have you ever heard of a website called Reddit?
Yeah,
sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so they're sort of, based on what I understand, that's what it's like.
Okay, so you're checking it out to see if it would be a good place for your clients to land. I know Eric's checking it out now, right? When we have an expert in social media playing, we always want to follow the trends. So we're trusting you, Justin. But before Minds, and before we've all added up on Minds, when we're thinking about putting our social media strategy together for 2018, where do you see business owners and entrepreneurs are just missing the mark when it comes to social media marketing?
Well, that's an excellent question. And, I think a lot of people miss the mark on Facebook. And why do I say that? Because people are asking for likes, they're asking for shares, they're asking for engagement. And actually, Facebook is now red flagging that and saying, hey, if you're saying, please comment, like, or share, then they're going to sort of kick you down a little bit. They're going to not let you get as much reach on your posts. So you're going to look like spam. Facebook considers that as spam.
Oh.
So you don't want to be doing that. And so I see a lot of business owners doing that. And they don't know. But what they do know is that the more people like, comment, and share their posts, the more it's being seen. But if they ask for it, that's not necessarily the case anymore, because Facebook adapts quickly to what they don't like.
And that is something I know that has been frustrating for business owners, is that, we're putting all this energy, we think we're putting all this energy into Facebook, and then keep changing the rules on engagement. What are some best practices that you are seeing and have, with your clients? I know you're helping them navigate through this. What are some best practices when it comes to our social media marketing that you're recommending?
Well, best practices is to really have an online strategy. So if you need to, put it on paper first. What is it that you want to do? What kind of results do you want to see? And just really structure it out, whether you have a chart or something that you just kind of map out from what's the offer that you guys have. What are you guys offering? What is your customer? So I see a lot of other business owners, like whether they be in insurance or money management, they think everybody is their customer.
Sure.
And while that may be true, that kind of hinders them from getting the customers that they actually want. So they're trying to get any sale where any sale, is not
the best sale
way for them.
Yeah.
They're looking for the most value. So you kind of specialize in what niche you're focused in, and based on that, you provide the most value to that niche.
Justin, I love where you're going with this, and I think it's a critical piece to make sure you know what is your ideal audience instead of your wide audience. Let's talk a little bit about you have a business and you're doing the social media work for other people. People can outsource that. Talk about the value of communication between your client and the person who's doing the outsourced work.
Let's see. Could you possibly rephrase that question?
I was thinking the same thing, Justin. I'm like, what did you just ask him?
All right. So Justin, if I come to you and I say, all right, I want you to do my social media, that's too broad. But I would imagine you, as a social media expert who's going to do my social media for me, have a lot of questions for me and require a lot of input from me. And so I'm asking about, how important is great communication when it comes to working with an outsourced social media expert?
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So when I take on a new client, I will ask them a series of questions that I can really brand myself as them, and so that's questions like, well, what year did you guys start up? What are some interesting facts about your company that people don't really know about you? Just a questionnaire like that, so I can act on their behalf, so that really frees up their time, so I can post and act as the company and brand like that. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely. I think that it's an important thing if you're going to establish a relationship with an outsourced client or a resource that there's no barriers to communication, because you're going to be my voice, and therefore you need to understand what my voice sounds like.
Exactly. Yeah. And always I communicate with my clients on a minimum, like a weekly basis, but some customers want to communicate, less than that because they're so busy, especially with more customers coming on too. But at least on a monthly basis for some clients, but some clients require more than that, and that's okay by me. But yeah, you always want to be in communication, because that is the major key right there.
Justin, give our audience some contact information. So if they are looking to outsource their social media marketing in 2018, they can get in touch with you.
Sure. Yeah. Have them call me. My number is 602-403-9903. And I have all my work on my website. It's at greenforestmarketing.com.
greenforestmarketing.com. I know for many business owners, this is one of those things. They know they have to have a presence,
right?
But it's just so much easier if I've got somebody else who gets it, understands it, and can handle that for us.
Absolutely.
And so if it is on your to-do list to fire yourself from being your own social media marketer and hire that out, Green Forest Marketing is there for you. All right. So Justin, final question. What is one thing that you think that we as entrepreneurs need to be doing more of to market our business?
Wow. Really that depends on the business, because certain networks are going to be better than others for sure. But I would say, if anything, make sure that you're being found on Google, because 80% of search traffic comes from there, from a Google search. I mean, we use it as a verb, but, if you don't know how to do that, pay somebody to do it for you, because the way I see it, you're going to pay for it one way or the other through either time or paying somebody else to do it.
You bet. It's kind of like health, right? If we don't make time for health, we better make time for wellness or illness. Justin Larson, Green Forest Marketing, thanks so much for being with us today.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you for having me.
All right. That's Justin Larson. And folks, if you need some help, this is the resource that you've been looking for. Go find greenforestmarketing.com and go get some help with your social media. You don't have to do it all alone.
Yeah, right. Break it down, but, don't avoid it. Don't put it off. There are resources out there for everything that we have. And so often we think we have to do it all ourselves.
Yep.
And we're spinning our wheels.
We really are. All right, gang, one more segment right after these messages. Stick with us. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer helping you get your business right and empowering you to build your brand right here on the radio.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show.